Sujin and Jinsu were born twins in 1999 and were adopted to South Korea and the United States separately. But they live lives very differently. Sujin spends her days wasting away without thinking about it. However, Jinsu has lost his parents due to terrorism and is living a life with the guilt that she survived alone.
Taliban regime and Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. Eventually, bin Laden was killed by US forces in 2011.
Are you kidding? You stink! There's work to come. Thanks.
I almost fell asleep.
Well, it was kind of interesting today.
What was the lesson about?
Today we talked about refugees and terrorism. And there are anti-immigrant movements around the world, and such as in Europe and South Korea. And people think that there might be some terrorists among the refugees.
Speak in English. Let's get it at it.
Jinsu, you are awesome today. You made a great presentation.
Thanks. IS is the biggest issue in defense space. So I hope to know about it. But don't you think it's wrong to other people because they have different ideologies such as religion?
But they may be just fighters to keep justice, not the terrorists.
Fight for justice.
Yeah, back in Korea, 안중근 killed in Koirobumi. It was terrorism from the terrorist point of view, but a righteousness for Korea.
Sujin, come and have dinner.
Oh, Mom, I told you, I'm not gonna eat.
What's the matter on you? There will be no food for you later.
Oh, it's annoying.
It was 10 years ago. I was watching a movie at the theater with my mom and dad, and suddenly I heard a gunshot. People said the bomb exploded. People made noise, and suddenly the ceiling began to fall. Mom and dad pushed me to the exit, and I went out safely, but the building collapsed at the moment, and I'm never seen Mom and Dad again. Later, I heard that the terrorist attack was from IS. Mom, Dad, I miss you.
Do you know what IS is? We know that conflicts from ideological differences should be resolved through respect for the other side. But now, how we respond to these extremist forces?
We must use the same force to crush it.
They deserve to die too.
If you respect terrorist human life, you won't ignore victims' lives.
They must die, have to go through the same.
What did you say just now? What did you say, Kang-jin-soo? We have to die. We deserve to be dead. How angry Allah must be.
Why?
Shut up! Kang-jin-soo, it's you to die. Why should we die? Tell me after you've died.
또 미스.
Oh, at this 인물 같은 moment.
Please, FBI!
Hwayoung, how long have your parents been dead?
A month. Why? Why did I survive? I should have died together.
No, Hwayoung, why do you think so? Everyone born in the world has a role to play.
What are you talking about? I just stood somewhere there and watched my parents die. I couldn't do anything.
Hey, calm down. There must be a reason for your parents' death. You can prove it as you grow up.
What can I do? If I do this, will my parents die in vain?
Of course, by killing the person who killed your parents, you can earn it be free. You are also free from the guilt.
Jin-soo and I are similar, I know. Both of us were hurt by the loss of our parents. I know what life Jin-soo was living and how painful she was to feel the guilt that only she survived. But I had no choice but to shoot my friend. That way, I could find a reason for my life. Soyeon told me to find the meaning of life by revenge. But I did, but what is the reason for this bad feeling?
Another shooting spree took place at a university in the US, and it was a tragedy that 18 people were killed. The shooter was found to be a 20-year-old student at the school. A girl in the picture is one of the deaths of the shooting. Her name was Kang Jin-soo and was 20 years old. One shocking fact is that she was a friend of the terrorist. Special correspondent Seo Jae-young from New York.
The shooting took place at a university in Texas around 11:10 a.m. Suddenly, there were several gunshots in the classroom, and the students rushed out of the classroom. Islamic extremist forces have been found to be behind the shooting spree. The victims of indiscriminate shootings were mostly students. 11 of them were killed with one teacher. The gunman, a 20-year-old student at the school, was found to have idolized Islamic extremist forces, such as watching the decapitation video of IS and searching for terrorist incidents committed by IS.
It was my twin sister in the picture I saw on the news. Mom said I and my sister were each adopted to Korea and the United States. While I live a comparable life so territory, how hard it must have been for Jin-soo to lose both her adoptive parents and to bear it on her own. And my sister, who had never met, ended up dead. We were born at the same time, but had to go those different approaches. I regret my life so far. I want to be a person who fights against terrorism, so that there are no more people with the same scar as my sister.